Yeah, sorry, I ain't been too much on YouTube about with my own things, fights and all that years ago. Being involved with this Tommy Robinson turnout, what's been going on with him, outside number 10, outside Scotland Yard, all round there, just doing silly things, really, just walking about for no reason, but anyway. So I hope he's okay. He a bit at court this morning, so they don't really know what court he's at, but wherever it is, there be, yeah. I hope everything goes well for him, but, I hope they don't drop any more charges on him, and I hope he gets out for a bit of bail. Whether or not he will do is another thing, especially if they've done it for terrorism and getting bail for that. Anyway, my pals the other week were talking. We was like talking about old times and about Bindon, Oliver Reed. More about Bindon really. They was talking about Bindon the first time. What happened? How did it happen? This, that, and the other. I said, well, me and Bindon met in a place called the Cromwellian. I didn't know it was Bindon. I said that this geezer's a bit rowdy and all that. I walked out with Danny Williams. Bindon followed me with some people. I turned round to have a go. Bindon hit me on the chin, put me in my arse, yeah. Danny Williams picked me up and we just left, yeah. But it goes on and on and on. And then me and Johnny Bindon's had more fights than any fights at all. We've had millions of fights. Not millions, but loads, yeah. I beat John's had around me. It just goes on and on and on. And the last time, Bindon nearly killed me outside Kingston, outside the clubs in Kingston. Done me with an iron bar, whatever he done me with, and it certainly put me in hospital intensive care and blood transfusion and everything, you know what I mean? So, then John got bashed up by a couple of people that I know, yeah. Anyway, I'm talking about, they was talking about a big fight, Hammersmith Palais, with my mate Johnny Wills, rest in peace, Johnny's dead, and Bobby Collins, and there's a few people out the market, they've gone there, they used to go down the boathouse, Cheeky Pete's, the castle, and this time they went to Hammersmith Palais to have a drink, a party, and this, that, and the other, right laugh, yeah. So they goes there, he's there, Bindon's there, Oliver Reed, they've been there a bit of time, they're a bit tipsy, a bit drunk, shouting about, screaming about, doing silly party pieces. Johnny Wills is a bit pissed off, so he's like walks over and said, look, do us a favour, keep it down a bit, you know what I mean? Johnny Bindon's got into one, him and Johnny Wills are fighting on the floor. It stops, and then John's come over to Bobby Collins and a few people and said he's gonna do Bindon, yeah. So John walks over to Bindon and it's off, you know what I mean? There's tables flying about, chairs flying about. Oliver Reed's involved. He went to hit Johnny Wills across there with a big bottle, and Bobby Collins has hit Oliver Reed with a chair, knocked him spark out. Johnny Bindon's really fighting with John. John's giving Bindon a bit of an hiding. They're saying, my mates were saying that Bindon was a bit pissed. Oliver Reed was pissed, Would John have bashed up Johnny Bindon if he hadn't been pissed? I said, look, let me say something. Johnny Wills, he's got a small fuse, yeah? A short fuse. When he kicks off, he kicks off. There are rumours about him and Colin Cracknell. He's bashed up Colin Cracknell a few times, but I haven't seen that because I wasn't a man in the market in them days. I'd been in prison, I suppose. But that's the rumours what I put about the market. I can't disbelieve it because Johnny Wills can have a right fight. So if they're saying that John and Bindon was steaming into each other and it was 50-50, John was pissed. As I say, Oliver, he's been hit with the chair, he's on the floor, he's drunk as a sack, he's just out of it, mate, Johnny Wills is steaming into Bindon. There's punches, chairs, tables flying everywhere. Bobby Collins gets involved too. I think he hits Johnny Bindon with a chair as well. Johnny Bindon's strong as an ox, mate, you reckon? I reckon Johnny Bindon was just coming forward and Johnny Wills hit Johnny Bindon so hard he went on the floor and they just steamed into him, not just John. About four of them steamed into Johnny Bindon and really bashed him up, Then the bouncers was called, the lights flashed and all this, that and the other. And there was a big fight, with the bouncers, Johnny Wills, Bobby Collins, everything, all the guys in the market. and they had to get out of there as quick as possible, yeah, because right next door to Hammersmith Palais, right, is Hammersmith police station. You don't want to get nicked in there, mate. You know what I mean? Because it's a bad police station. You know what I mean? You get tuned up, mate, in there. And at that time, believe it or not, my mum's brother, Roy, was station sergeant in there, you know what I mean? So, obviously, I'd have heard a lot more was going on, but I didn't want my mate John or Bobby Collins to get involved in any sorts of fights, you know what I mean? So, anyway, when I say fights, I mean fights outside with the police, because if the police were outside, there'd be John and Bobby Collins, especially John. He would have steamed into the old Bill. He don't like old Bill, and he ain't afraid to steam into them and have a right fight. You know what I mean? Because he could march on. Geezer's 5'10", powerful guy. Worked in the fruit market and was powerful, mate. You know, I've seen him chuck things about like he goes out of fashion, and he used to drive them listers about, mate. And him and Crackler was always having logheads, but I never seen any fights. Yeah. Anyway, bang bang Rail. Good morning, and I hope Tommy Robinson has a bit of luck and gets out. Yeah, nice one.